Said he couldn't do it. Shout out to the live man. Hope everybody doing alright, man. You don't see that title. Sometimes you gotta be the big person. Just you gotta do it. Shout out to the live man. Shout out to around the world, Asia, Jamaica, China, USA, wherever y'all from. Hope everybody doing alright tonight, man. But yeah, man, sometimes you gotta be the bigger person. You gotta learn how to walk away. You gotta learn how to just churn out the cheat and just let people win if they think they winning. You gotta leave people fight their own fight. Sometimes you gotta be silent. You know, sometimes you just gotta let people go their own route. And if they don't never figure it out, it's not your fault. You try to tell them. You try to warn them. I mean, it hurts if they didn't listen, but hey, you only can tell people so much. I mean, don't change your positive energy for somebody that don't want to listen. But I mean, if you want to be the bigger person about something, that's fine too. But in life, man, excuse me, sometimes you just gotta be the bigger person. You know, and you either try to make things right or just go silent, because, some people don't like peace. Some people don't like happiness. Some people like destruction, man. So it's like no matter how hard you try, they still gonna have their own doubts about your life. You feel what I'm saying? So if you gotta be a bigger person, just ignore the crowd or whatever reaction they want to get. Don't give nobody a reaction. Be a bigger person. Don't put nothing on Facebook. Don't put nothing on Instagram. Don't give nobody no reaction. Make them wonder how you really feel. It's okay to be the bigger person and walk away when it's drama. You ain't gotta always, fight. But if it's necessary, you gotta fight. But yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta be the big person, man. You just, do what's best for the moment. Like, don't let your anger get you out of bounds and put you in a place that's gonna make you think. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and be the big person about it. And let them have it. Whatever they think they got going on, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time trying to prove a point to nobody. If you're gonna prove something to somebody, prove it to God. Prove it to God, man. Prove it to Jesus. Prove it to your family. Be a strong woman, be a strong man in life for your family. That's what we need. We need people, our kids to grow up to be strongholds in life. We don't need people letting the enemy defeat them. You know what I'm saying? So the night family is all about being a bigger person. If you got problems with your neighbors, about any situation that you're going through and you're just tired of the fussing and arguing and bickering, y'all stay too close to each other. Just tomorrow, just go to the house and just tell them you're sorry and you love them, man. You just want everything. You just want peace, man. You got problems anywhere you got, just go ahead and handle it, man. Because we already got stuff in life we're dealing with. We already got other things in life to deal with. Shout out to Flippy in the building and shout out to Dolo. Harder to walk away sometimes. Amen, brother. And I understand that. I understand it is hard to walk away sometimes. But at the same time, fam, like I said, fight if it's necessary. If somebody running up on you with a knife trying to swing it at you, you got to do what you got to do. If somebody trying to rob you, you got to do what you got to do. You know, you in that type of predicament. I'm not telling you not to handle your business. But if you can be the bigger person about the episode, I'm telling you to walk away so you won't end up in prison, so you won't hurt nobody else. It's already families hurting and crying already, family. It's already enough damage done. You know what I'm saying? And you know what God and Jesus said about revenge and all that? He said if somebody hits you on your left cheek, turn to on your right. Jesus said he king of revengeance. He got all the power to that. You ain't got to worry about trying to get even with nobody. Because if you let God do it, if you let Jesus do it, they're going to do it to a degree that you going to be feeling sorry for the person. So just be the bigger person and walk away from the drama, man. Just be the, if you can't see your kids, bro, just be the bigger person and just let God handle it. Don't get mad to go over her house and kick a door in and, go to a job and all that stuff. Just let God do it. Just sit back, get your money, and let God do it. And in time, God will show you. He'll give you everything you want. And that's to the females too. Because there's some females out there that don't get to see their kids neither. So just let it go. Let it go. Breathe in, breathe out. Somebody did something to your family, you don't know who did it. Pray about it. God is gonna reveal that person and he's gonna handle them according to his words. You know? So for this message for anybody out there, man, that, that's going through something and they about ready to do something, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes family, when I say big, the bigger person, because when you got faith in God and Jesus like that, you know that you gonna get something. Just because you didn't do nothing about it, don't mean ain't nothing gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't like you just like I ain't gonna do it because you know what I'm saying. Just let God do it. That's all I'm saying. You know, sometimes you gotta let God handle your battles, man. So if you got drama around what you want to do is try to keep the peace for your job, for your family, and somebody else's family. If you can't talk it out with that person, just ignore them, bro. Because in the Bible, God say this about people that's called that want to be your enemies, right? He said, "When your ways please me, I cause your enemies to scatter." So you ain't got to worry about your enemies. As long as you doing right by God, He gonna make them scatter anyway. Now, when your ways is please God, that's when you got to worry about something. Because God said, when your ways displease Him, He calls your enemies to kill you. So make sure you're getting it right with God before you start worrying about you got problems with somebody or somebody gonna hurt you. Nobody can hurt you unless God ordained that, family. But if you don't believe that, then they can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see the comments. Shout out to Dolo in the building. Amen, brother. Shout out to Boston. Said, why is your name Billionaire? Are you a billionaire? Shout out to BillionaireAttraction in the family, man. I started BillionaireAttraction off of when I was younger. I was like, I grew up poor, if you didn't know, fam. Like, I ain't gonna say I was poor, but I ain't have a lot of money. But BillionaireAttraction stands for somebody that can put on, you can make a dingy t-shirt, some dirty dunks or dirty joints, you can bring it back alive and you cause people to think you got it and you got it. People that can put clothes on that ain't got it, but you would think they got it. So that's being the attraction, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about. If you came from that side, you know what I'm talking about. You had bring something together when you were trying to go out. You 14, 16 years old, or you going back to school. It's time to go back to school. Your mama ain't got it like that, so you had to finesse, you know, earn some t-shirts, earn some pants, bring it back to life. They think you got on some new jeans, but the whole time it's being the attraction. So shout out to what you're talking about, man. Hope I gave you some knowledge. Shout out to Thomas. I just got out on the 13th, Friday the 13th in Angola. All right, shout out to Thomas, man. I hope you have a better life, man. You say you just get out. Just stay prayed up. And shout out to Gojo. But yeah, man, I'm about to get back to what I was saying. But yeah, man, just be the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that can go hand by hand with start, like he said, he should get out, right? Be a bigger person now that you got out. Start your life over in a better sequence for your family and be a bigger person. You know what I'm saying? You know what you did, what made you go there. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. Nobody ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about, at the end of the day, it's about being a bigger person, because sometimes that could save you from jail. It's been times I wanted to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's been times I wanted to go crazy. I done had incidents in my life. I was ready to go straight gold with somebody too. But thank God he came in my life. Thank God I had God in my life, and God was in people to stop me from doing things. Amen. So you got people that's around you and you want to go do something dangerous and they telling you, bro, don't do it. That's God fighting through them to tell you, my brothers and sisters, don't do it. I got this. When you hear somebody tell you don't do it, that's God letting you know, I got this, bro. Now you still want to handle your business because God gave us free will. You know what I'm saying? You still can do it. But at the end of the day, like I said, let Jesus be the king of revenges. That's how I become so peaceful in my life, bro. That's how I kill my enemies, bro. I own it. Now if you do something to me to a point where I have to defend myself, yeah, I'm gonna defend myself. But at the same time, bro, I learned how to be more mature, more patient, because when you getting up in age and you're not maturing with your attitude, you just let anything spike you, and you quick to do something crazy. That's a quick way to get away and be in jail or something like that, fam. So what I'm saying is, being a bigger person don't always mean you being a coward. Don't always mean you being you scared or something like that. That just means you just trying to just stay out of the bounds. Or you trying to stay walking in that road and putting yourself in harm's way, because it can get ugly. You feel what I'm saying? It can get ugly to the point, if you mess around and kill the one person in somebody's family, they might get crazy on you. It ain't no. It's just gonna take jail or death to get these people right. You know what I'm saying? So it's people out there like that. So you got to be careful, fam. You got to be careful, because it's people that will just like that. You feel what I'm saying? So for people that is like that, you know what I'm saying, if this message not to you, understand that's how you are. But for somebody that's out there that know how crazy they can get, but they trying their best to walk in a direction for God, Jesus, their family, they future life, because you got to learn how to set goals, man. That's what I do. I set goals in my life because I want to accomplish them and I want to get somewhere in life. I don't want to stay right here my whole life. I want to be farther than this. You know what I'm saying? So in order for me to get from here to way over here, you got to learn how to, practice your anger, because God said be slow to anger. So you want to practice, what I'm saying, how to maintain your personality so you can get farther in life. There's a lot of people, fam, very intelligent people that are in jail, incarcerated, in prison, but they let that moment of rage, um, get them to that point. That moment of rage could get you to that point. A moment of rage could get you to that point, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Golo and on Jolo, I think I said it right. Shout out to you again, family. But yeah, a moment of rage can get to that point, man, that you can be in prison for years and life of you at a time. And then you know, prison is all about rehabilitation, if I said it right. It's all about bringing you back to a state of mind of a human. You feel me? We can get so crazy in life, people, that we can have like an animal state of mindset, a beast type mindset. As some people say, God is type mindset. You know, pride, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I'm saying. Jail, prison, all that is basically to bring you back to a mental, bro, state of mind of how to be a human. So if you don't want to have to end up in prison your whole life, you might want to take a second thought about it, bro. You might want to take a second thought about, you know, I know we all been there. We all sold drugs and stuff like that. We all did all that, man. You know, I did that. I got caught. You feel me? That selling drugs, man. And I'm not putting salt on nobody's game. That's what y'all do. Do y'all thing. But what I have learned from selling drugs, it's like you just waiting on somebody to tell on you. You're just waiting on somebody telling you, bro. It's no fun. That's not no fun in that. I don't want to do something, get so much money that somebody won't tell them. That's how I just had to stop doing. Somebody they told on me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like 16, bro. I was in the game at 16. But it was like God woke me up from that because He got me out of that, and I ain't had to do no jail time. They got all my smoke at the house, everything. And God broke my life, and I told God that if He helped me with a job, I would never sell drugs again if He can keep my money going. And ever since then, I'm 36. I've been working and making money, bro. So yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta be being a bigger person can be at anything, not just walking away from a fight. It can be you changing your lifestyle. You was an alcoholic, if you want to call it. Now you're trying to slim up on the drinking. That's been a bigger person. Fixing your marriage. That's been a bigger person. You know what I'm saying? So it can go at any type of level, man. Any type of level you want to put it on. So it's 2026, your year, bro. Are you trying to be a bigger person this year? Or are you trying to step up if it's in school? You tired of working at like a regular job? You tired, like step up your goals in life, fam. That's what I want. That's what I'm doing. Step up your goals. Stop getting comfortable working at a daggone restaurant or store wherever you at, man. Like if you able to run that whole store and be a manager, that means you can have your own business. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you able to run a store or a restaurant anywhere, that means you are capable of having your own business. Why not take some time, if you can, go back to school, take some courses, or find somebody that got a degree or something and open up your own store and then go to that store, take the same drive because you love your job so much. No offense. That's cool. But take that same drive and put it in your own business and make yourself 100 million. Do that. Stop putting all that energy in that job, making them billions for that company, bro. That's all you doing. You know? So that's what I mean. Let's being a bigger person could be at any level. If it's getting a job because you never had a job in your whole life, but you just say, you know what, man, I might get my first job. I might be the bigger person, go fill them apps out. You feel what I'm saying? So it can go both ways, man. You know, whatever situation in life y'all going through, just try to be the bigger person. If you are having drama around your neighborhood and you just ready to live a peace, just remember, just because you move away from a place that you living at that's about you playing this drama and all this, you actually can move somewhere and have the same thing going on. It's not the place, it's gonna be you. What are you doing to make the environment the way it is? You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna reach out to y'all before I get off this thing. Shout out to Rayaz. Can you fight though? Oh yeah, bro. I can fight. Really fight, bro. You don't see them guns right there? No, you see them guns. Shout out to Riaz. I'm sorry, Jova. But yeah, man. I done did it all, man. If I go, I gotta get ready to go get my daughter, but I done did it all. Fighting, all that. I don't look like it though, you feel me? That's because I don't lose. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I don't lose is because I don't start fights. The person that start fights is the person that supposed to lose. So if you let somebody punch you in your jaw and beat you up, I don't know how that falls. Remember, the person that starts the fight is supposed to lose that fight. And we gotta start training. Like when you at home, you ain't got nothing to do. Start working out a little bit. Start working out because you don't know when it's gonna be that time you might have to get in that situation. You feel me? But yes, I fought so many people. I probably fought. I don't know how many people fought in my lifetime, but I fought well over 50. Well over about 50 people in my lifetime, if not more. I just don't never lose because I don't start fights. And I work out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I believe in God. So it's like every time I fight, I don't start no fight. I work out, believe in God. They all come together. I'm not losing. So, but you know, that's not a message tonight. The message tonight is just be the bigger person, man. And I'm gonna let y'all go with that one. I love y'all, man. Y'all been good. I'm gonna flow with y'all on next live. I'm gonna get my baby, man. I catch y'all though.